journey embarked by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, one way to Jerusalem and then an ascension to the heavens. And this is what we are going to talk about this morning with our special guest, Dr. Ismail Hamid, Islamic researcher. Sir, this journey encompasses a number of miracles as we just described it. Would you tell us some of them?
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. Surely that this is a very special day in Islam. It is a day that happens during the 10th year of the Islamic message, of the beginning of the message of Prophet Muhammad. So this year it is a very dark year for the Prophet, we can say that. It was the year of sadness, because in this year Sayyidah Khadija, the wife of Prophet Muhammad, she was dead, and then few months after, Abu Talib was the uncle of Prophet Muhammad, he was dead. So it was two events that they were very hard for Prophet Muhammad. So God wanted to please Prophet Muhammad, to make him happy, to make for him something very special for him, this just to cross this points for him. So Gabriel, the angel, he came to him in one night, and he took him from Mecca to Jerusalem. There in Jerusalem, in Al-Aqsa Mosque, Prophet Muhammad, he found the prophets. So I think for him it was great things to see all the prophets from the beginning of the humanity till his time, okay? And he led all of them in the prayer, in a collective prayer. So it means that he is the leader of the prophets. We don't say that he is the best of the, but he's the leader of the prophet. After that, it will be the second stage of this miracle, that Gabriel, he took Prophet Muhammad and he went up to heaven. Heaven, as we know that we have 7 heavens on there. So the first heaven, Prophet Muhammad, he found his father or his far grandfather Adam, and he welcomed him. And after that, they went to the second heaven. He found the 2 cousins, Jesus and his cousin John the Baptist, Sayyidina Yahya. And after that, they went up to the 3rd heaven. They found Joseph. So he was the king of Egypt, Joseph. And after that, on the 4th heaven, Prophet Muhammad, he saw Idris, who was the first prophet who lived in Egypt. And he is the 7th prophet of or the 7th generation from Adam. 7th generation, and he is the 3rd prophet according to the chronology. Because before him, it was Shais and then Adam. So after Idris, it will be the time of Noah and the flood, and then the time after the flood, we talk about the rest of the prophets. So after that, when they went up on the 5th heaven, they saw Harun, and then the 6th heaven, they saw Moses, and then the 7th one, they saw Abraham, the far grandfather of Prophet Muhammad. Abraham, he is the father of Ishmael. Ishmael is the father of the Arab, and from the branch of Ishmael, Prophet Muhammad, he came. So it was something great for Prophet Muhammad. This just to please Prophet Muhammad. This just to forget all the pains that he had during that sad year for the Prophet Muhammad. After that, it will be a special time, this to see. God show Muhammad, peace be upon him, some signs or some figures of the people of hellfire. And then he will see the signs of people of the paradise. And in paradise, Prophet Muhammad, he had special things to see there that they are related to Egypt. So the first thing there, that Prophet Muhammad, he saw 4 rivers on paradise. 4 rivers. 2 rivers that they are visible, and 2 that they are invisible. The 2 visible rivers, one of them is the Nile. So our Nile is one of the rivers of paradise. So we should say that we should respect the Nile more than that we have now. It is a river of paradise. And thanks to the Nile, we know everything that the civilization. So Herodot, he said that during the 5th century BC, that Egypt is the gift of the Nile. So this is great for that river. The second thing that is related to Egypt during that a special night, that Prophet Muhammad, he smelled a wonderful fragrance on the paradise. And then he asked Gabriel, Gabriel, tell me, what that fragrance? He told him, this is the fragrance of the headdress of the daughter of Pharaoh, Mashitat bint Fir'aun. Her story is very famous story on the Islamic resources. So he told him the story of that. So in one day, this woman, she was repairing the hair of the daughter of the Pharaoh, and then the comb that was using, it was fallen down, and then she said, "Oh God." So the daughter of Pharaoh, she asked the servant, "You mean my father, who is your God?" So the servant did not say, no, she said, "No, it's not your father, but I mean my God and the God of your father." So when the daughter of Pharaoh, she heard that, she became very nervous. "How come that you worship another God, not my father?" So she went to her father, Pharaoh of Moses, and she told him that my servant, she is worshiping another God, not you. So Pharaoh asked for this woman and ordered to see her. And then he took to her to force her to leave the worship of the God of Moses, but the woman, she insisted on her religion and in her beliefs. She had lots of children, 3. So Pharaoh, he ordered to bring boiled oil. And after that, he took one of her children, and then he told her, "If you don't be or you don't worship me, I'll put your son here." The woman insisted. So he put the son on the oil. And then secondly, there is another son. "If you don't worship me, I'll put him." And then he bought him after that. There is only the baby that she likes him so much. So the baby, when they took the baby to put him on the oil, the baby told her mother, "Mother, stand on your beliefs. You are on the right way." So after that, they took the baby and her mother, and then they bought all of them on the oil. So the fragrance or the smell of this burning people on the oil, it became as a wonderful fragrance on paradise. So something great, and the story of this woman, something great during that time. So I think for that day, it was a very special day. Prophet Muhammad, God wanted to tell Prophet Muhammad that I made for you something that never made for another prophet. And also during that night, Prophet Muhammad, as it is said, that he saw God by his figure. Okay, so we have lots of things to say about this day.
What is the religious significance of that night as well?
Yes, we have lots of things about this significance, because also we have also during this day that God imposed the prayer. Prayer was imposing for people as one of the pillars of Islam during this night. So it was at the beginning 50 prayers. And after that, the story is very well known that he went to Moses. "Moses, tell me it's 50 prayers every day." He told him that it's too much. I know the sons of Israel, they cannot follow that because I know my people how that. So your people, they cannot afford this. So go to God and ask him to reduce the number of the prayers. And then at the end, it became as 5 prayers. So also something very important for Islamic religion during that night, that it is the beginning of the prayer for the whole Muslim during that night.
Okay, sir. Al-Aqsa Mosque is the only place on earth which saw all messengers and prophets of God coming together for prayer.
Yes.
What's the significance, or what can we think of such an event taking
Yeah,
place?
Al-Aqsa, in Islamic resources, it is the second mosque on the earth. As in the traditional Prophet Muhammad, that the first mosque, it is the Mosque of Mecca. And then 40 years after, it was built the Mosque of Al-Aqsa. So this is a very special mosque as the second mosque in Islam. Secondly, also, we say that it is the first Qibla for the whole Muslims. First Qibla, and after that was converted to Mecca. So also one of the mosques that we should go to pray there. We have only 3 mosques in Islam that Islam urges us to go to pray there, not any other mosques. So the Mosque of Mecca, the Mosque of Prophet Muhammad, and the Mosque of Jerusalem, or Al-Aqsa Mosque. Okay. Also the only mosque where, or the only place where all the prophets, they were on one place, it is on this mosque. So this is a very holy place, a very important place for the whole Muslims. So this is the problem with the Jews, that they believe that the Temple of Solomon, it was on this place, and they want to demolish and to break this mosque in order to build their synagogue or their temple it will be a big problem because they had lots of plans and lots of plots this in order to destroy the Mosque of Al-Aqsa. And I think it will be a dangerous crisis if that happens and the plots they are going forward. So I think that Muslims, they should do something to stop the plans of the Israelis about that point.
What are the main lessons that one can learn from Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj?
Yes. From this, I think the patience. Because in 1 year, two persons that they are very close of Prophet Muhammad, he lost to them. I think after that, the patience. Because Prophet Muhammad, he became with great patience for this event, this after losing two close persons to him, especially his wife, Khadija. She was very close to him, and she was the only wife for him. Even that she was dead 65 years, and she was the only woman for Prophet Muhammad. So I think patience, we should learn something like that. Also, we should learn that Prophet Muhammad, he is in front of all the prophets. He is the leader of the prophets, okay? And God made for him something special than any other prophets. He saw the paradise, and as we know that never any prophets he saw the paradise. So we have lots of great things that they are related of the story of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj.
Okay, Dr. Ismail Hamad, Islamic researcher, thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us this morning on Breakfast Show and talking about this very miraculous journey and very important events. And we'll be back to continue our Breakfast Show for this morning right after this break. So